Are we live? Live video is starting. Is it happening? I'm just checking on my phone. Hello, hello. Are we live? Are we live? Yay, we're live. Okay, amazing. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Welcome, welcome, family. It's good to be here. It's good to be back in that flow, in that flex. Let's put the present mode here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on Instagram because I'm being nudged to also go live on Instagram. They're not going to be able to see the slides, but you know, closing the wealth gap. Okay, cool. Presenter view, checking connection on Instagram. Yes, okay. I'm hoping it's working okay because my Wi-Fi is a little bit fucked. So we're doing a hotspot from my phone. Um, we've got this wanting to go over here, and we've got this wanting to go here. I hope you're well. Let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know how you are. Let me know where you are. Let me know what's going on, babes. What's going on? We've got Instagram here. You're not going to see the slides. If you do want to see the slides, then you can join the group and watch the replay. You can register in the link in my bio. And if you are on Facebook, hello, hello. If you do have any questions and if you do want to say anything, then please pop it in the chat, in the comments, and I'll get back to you. And yeah, I'll have a look after this call and I'll get off of Instagram and I'll quickly have a look at the comments. And yeah, if that doesn't work, then I'll end up getting back to you. So hello, it's good to see you. It's good to see you. I'm so grateful to be back in the swing of things. Fuck, I have been through it. I've been through it in various different ways, and especially the end of the snake year as well. Many of us have been going through it. So I see you, I feel you, and the year of the fire horse is here. So I'm very, very excited for every single one of us. I'm going to share my screen with you and get into it. So today we're going to be talking about closing the wealth gap, okay? Now, this isn't about money, it's about movement because wealth isn't actually disappearing, it's concentrating. And when wealth concentrates, opportunity attracts. So, opportunity contracts, sorry, extracts, contracts, all of the words. So when wealth concentrates, opportunity contracts, and we want more opportunity. We want to create more wealth. So the real question is, how do we move from division to circulation? This is what we want to be thinking about because circulation is what changes everything. So let's get moving. We're living in an unprecedented time of wealth. There's so much wealth in the world, and there's so much inequality in the world as well. The capital flows upward and the opportunity narrows, and communities are left waiting for trickle down that never arrives. Now, this isn't a moral failure, it's actually a structural design. It's by design, by the people who designed it. And what we get to do is we get to work around it by learning the skills to transcend it, basically. So let's look at these actual numbers. They're not anecdotes. This is not heresy. These are real numbers that are stated through data analysis. According to the most recent global inequality data, the richest 10% of people own roughly 3/4 of the world's wealth. The bottom half of all of adults own only 2% of the total wealth. This is disgusting. The top 1% control around 44 to 46% of global wealth. The top 1%, I'm going to repeat that. The top 1% of people control around 44 to 46 of global wealth. A tiny fraction, just 0.001% of people now hold 3 times more wealth than the entire bottom half of humanity. So just pause and let all of that sink in because these numbers are real. This isn't a temporary imbalance. This is actually widening and widening and widening. This is created exactly on purpose by the ones who are at the top of all of this. This is structural concentration. And concentrated systems, they don't circulate, they accumulate. And what doesn't circulate doesn't regenerate. And this is why so many people are struggling right now because they're in a system that doesn't serve a shared participation because division is profitable. They profit off of our division. And this is why they continue to divide us. If I compete with you, I protect my margin. But if I collaborate with you, I expand value. But collaboration requires trust, and trust hasn't been the currency of modern capitalism. Scarcity has. So essentially, circulation means that value moves, that opportunity multiplies, and that ownership expands as well as access widening. When money flows only upwards, it stagnates and people suffer. When money circulates, it compounds collectively, together within community. So the future isn't redistribution, it's redesign. And redesign requires a frequency shift. So the most undervalued asset in modern economics is community, which is why they've been dividing us for centuries. Because when trust is high, transaction costs fall. When relationships deepen, opportunity expands. And when networks activate, the wealth multiplies. A network model replaces hierarchy with connectivity. So instead of value flowing to the top, value circulates within the system. Ownership becomes shared between us. Growth becomes collective, and then wealth becomes regenerative. Now, I want to address this directly because there's a lot of people that criticize network models or network marketing models. The reaction isn't neutral from people when generally speaking to them. The questions that typically come up is, isn't that a pyramid scheme? Don't only the top people win? Isn't it just recruiting? Don't most people fail? And doesn't it ruin friendships? And yeah, these aren't small objections. They can come up, and there have been real life stories around this. And really and truly, they're reputation level concerns. And like I said, some of them come from real experience that people have had. But let's be honest, there have been poorly designed models, there have been hype driven cultures, and there have been income claims without infrastructure. There have been people leading without integrity. But criticism of execution is not criticism of structure. So let's go into pyramid schemes a little bit more because pyramid schemes have no product and no value exchange. Pyramid schemes are illegal. But a legitimate network model distributes a real product through community-based distribution. I can't speak. Okay, let's start that again. A legitimate network model distributes through real product, through community-based distribution instead of corporate retail. So it's slightly different. It's decentralized away from corporate retail, and it happens within networks. So within a broken culture, this doesn't invalidate the decentralized structure. So really and truly, when it comes to network models, what determines outcomes is the product integrity, the compensation transparency, the leadership maturity, most importantly, the training infrastructure, and long-term value over short-term recruitment. The model itself isn't the problem. Misalignment in various different areas are. And this is why it's really, really important to do your research when joining network models. I need to put my aircon on. One moment. One moment, darling. Dot, dot, dot. Hello. Okay, Polly's going a bit crazy. So If we have a look at the traditional market, if the traditional market concentrates wealth and venture capital is inaccessible to most people and small businesses fail at high rates, why is it that we only scrutinize network marketing based income models? Why is that? Maybe the real discomfort isn't the model. Maybe it's the decentralization of opportunity. When they can't control it, whoever, when people can't be controlled, the industries get vilified. And the fact of the matter is, if network marketing didn't work at scale, it wouldn't be a multi-billion-dollar global industry. So the problem isn't that it works. The problem is that not all versions work ethically, and not everyone is also willing to put in the work. Some people think that it's going to be fall on their lap and money comes easy. And this is where the lack of integrity comes in, because some people have actually led people in that way. However, this is a business, this is a model, and to build something long-term and sustainable, you have to put the work in. It's like everything, whether it's a business, a relationship, a foundation for a home, you need to put the work in. So the question isn't, do network models have critics? The question is more so, what makes one ethical, sustainable, and circulatory? So networks succeed when the purpose is clear, when the power is distributed and incentives align. This isn't chaos, it's coordinated decentralization. So wealth has a frequency. Low frequency wealth is fear-based, it's hoarded, it's guarded, it's extractive, whereas high frequency wealth is circulatory, it's relational, it's regenerative. This shift is happening globally. So what we're doing is we're moving from hierarchy to networks. We're moving from gatekeepers to communities. We're moving from transactions to ecosystems. And when frequency shifts, the model must shift with it. So community is the stabilizer. Community is the stabilizer of high frequency wealth. See, this is the beauty of doing videos live, is you fall over your words and you can't edit it out. This is just the way that it is. So when it comes to building wealth with Enagic and the wealth frequency shift, after understanding the criticisms, the real question becomes, what does structural alignment look like? And if you have a look at the diagram below, this is what structural alignment looks like, and this is what you get to work towards for yourself and your family. And fact of the matter is, not all network models are built the same. There's different structures within the career plan, and there's different ways to build wealth within the model. Now, with Enagic, the foundation is product first. This is a 50-year-old Japanese manufacturing company with physical infrastructure, global compliance, and tangible assets. It's not a concept, it's not digital vapor, and it's not dependent on recruitment alone. The income is tied to product distribution, which matters. It's very, very important. So we do focus on sharing the water with homes. We do focus on sharing the water with our community and with our families, because we know how amazing this water is. It's not recruitment focused, it's product focused. And then we call in the leaders that are ready to join the mission and come in to support us in coming back to true health, true freedom, and sovereignty. Second, we want to be thinking about the infrastructure, and you can see the infrastructure in this diagram on this slide. This isn't a startup hoping that it works. It's an established global distribution model operating in over 40 countries, which changes the risk dynamics completely. And then third, the margins and positioning. So high ticket distribution means fewer transactions are required to create meaningful income. That reduces pressure culture, that reduces recruitment frenzy, that allows for relational building over volume chasing. Now you're looking at the long-term career plan here. This is after 100 plus group sales between you and your organization. Before that, depending on how you start, you're taking home anywhere between £240 all the way up to £7,000 per sale, depending on the package that you sell. So this isn't small chump change. This is real money that's changing real lives. Now, fourth, education and leadership. Now, this is very important because these times are calling for leaders. We are being called to step up into our leadership to support our tribe in rising, to ultimately create security for our families and for our communities in the future. It's very, very important that we bring in wealth to our families and to our communities because that's how they control us. They control us through our money and they control us through our health. And this is a solution that allows us to take back control over our health and over our wealth. Now, when you join a strong network model, this isn't about signing people up. It's about developing people. It's about supporting people step into their own version of self-leadership and essentially come back to the power within themselves so they can step into and actualize their mission if they're not already doing it. So when personal growth matches business growth, you essentially create sustainability. And this is where the wealth frequency enters. Low frequency models chase. High frequency models attract. Low frequency wealth extracts. High frequency wealth circulates. So when you combine aligned products, ethical infrastructure, community distribution, and personal development, then you create circulation. And that's the shift. So the frequency reveals the intention and the structure reveals the sustainability. Now, the wealth gap will not close because institutions wake up and start changing things. It's going to close because communities organize within themselves, because individuals shift from consumers to contributors to creators, because we stop asking, well, how am I going to win alone? What can I do on my own? And we start asking, okay, well, how do we build systems together that circulate and that bring in the wealth within community? And this is the wealth frequency shift from extraction to regeneration, from division to circulation. And the question isn't whether the shift is happening. The question is, will you participate in building the infrastructure of the next era? Because the future of wealth belongs to networks. So when we come to thinking long term here, because it's very, very important that we think long term. So many people are thinking, how can I get quick cash, quick money? And I get it because finances, bills, everything. I get it completely. However, we want to be thinking about these long term questions. So who owns the future of wealth? Is it the institutions alone? Or is it the networks of aligned communities coming together to support one another? Because if community truly is the new currency, then participation from each and every individual is the investment. This isn't about joining a trend. It's about shaping infrastructure and creating a movement together. So I'm going to leave you with this. Are you ready to move from division to circulation, from extraction to regeneration, from individual gain to collective wealth? Because the next era of wealth isn't built alone, it's built together. So are you ready to move? Do you want to learn more? Because you can. I've created everything for you, my darling. This is what we're here for. We're here to support each other. You've got choices here. You can either watch the Regenerative Wealth Path, which is a 30-minute video that I've created that goes deeper into this business model, this infrastructure, the company, and also the way that I work and the way that I mentor and the way that I support you in building your business and coming back to your power in every single area. The way that I work, it's not just build a successful business, it's build a successful life in every single area. We deserve to have everything and we can have everything. We can create everything in our life that we ever desire. So when you connect to yourself and when you ask yourself, okay, well, if money and time wasn't an issue, what would my highest timeline be? Now, that highest timeline is there for a reason. It's because you've already achieved it. So the question is, how are you going to get it? because this is a way and this is a solution for you. And like I said, I give you everything that you need in the ecosystem that I've created. And if you know that you're ready to move, if you know that you're ready to join me and link arms and ally with me on this mission, then come join. The wealth frequency shift is where your truth is the business plan and self-led individuals gather to rise. And I'll teach you everything that you need to know to create everything in your life that you ever desire. And we're going to have so much fucking fun together, because the more fun we have, the more money we make, the more connected to joy and happiness that we are, the more money we make. It's a wealth frequency. This is the wealth frequency shift. So if you have any questions, message me. If you have any questions, pop it in the comments. I am here to support you in every which way. I love you so very fucking much, and I'm here for you. We are in this together, and when you're ready, I'm here. Okay, I love you so much. Have a beautiful day. Now I have to work out how to end this. End, let's end. Stop share. Okay, I love you. Goodbye.